hello, y'all. That's a different video, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was gonna. Here's the thing. I recorded your a gameplay for y'all. A Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay for y'all. Due to some certain interruptions, I had to end it. The recording, and it wasn't complete. And since I don't edit these videos, I just didn't even try and just delete the video. I know most of y'all are probably gonna say, Brett, why didn't you just edit it, Brett? Because I don't like editing. And bro, I don't know how to edit. Like, and if I want to make this thing a reality, then I'm gonna eventually have to start editing, you know? But just not right now. Alright? Save that. Of course, it was a Five Nights at Freddy's video for y'all. And yes, that will be coming soon. Trust, alright? But we're just gonna be talking about something that I just had on my mind. Something that I feel like sounds true. At least in my own words, you know? But we lived in a messed up world. I feel like a lot of people know that. I feel like we live in a world where if you share your opinion on something, like, hey, I like this video game, or hey, I like this movie, or hey, I hate this movie, or I hate this video game. I feel like if you share your opinion on something like that, or help politically, literally anything that involves you hating or liking something, and you share your opinion on it, like you hate it or you love it, there will be people that that will agree with you. There'll be those that disagree with you, and then there's gonna be that one group that disagrees with you, and they take it way too far. Now I can't speak from experience because it never happened to me, but from what I've seen online, it's a little, it's a little crazy to think about. For example, the Charlie Kirk incident. Now, I'm not sure who the person is who did it. I don't know who did it, and I don't know how they viewed Charlie Kirk and why they did it, but you could probably make it the assumption that they didn't agree with the things that Charlie has said, and well, they they did the unthinkable, and then you have the videos after his death, people celebrating his death, people just being happy that he's no longer here with us. And of course I saw an explanation video of somebody explaining that entire thing. And I thought to myself, man, nobody deserves to die and then have people, just celebrate their death. No person should do that. It's not right, man. It's downright disrespectful. And this man had a wife and kids. So the fact that they are celebrating a father that that's killed, the fact that they're celebrating a wife getting widowed and a husband getting, a husband getting taken like that is not okay. It's never okay. And then recently, actually just a couple minutes ago, as I'm laying in my bed, bro, and I'm watching some videos, I watched this video of this guy explaining a situation where a mother predicted her death. If you know, you know. and I hope that none of y'all like get mad at me for any of this stuff I say. But look, if you want to get mad at me, go for it, man. Like, I guess I'm just sharing my opinion. Just hope it doesn't come back to bite me in the butt, you know. But pretty much, this woman predicted her family's death. She posted TikTok of her child. Um, and I won't get too much into it, but she posted a video of her child, um, going around a vehicle that her husband owned. And in the video, you can see the child just riding around in this like toy bike, uh, going around this vehicle, and you can see the husband working on the vehicle in the background. And a couple days ago, there was a crash, and in the video, you can also see the license plate or the numbers that you can identify for the specific vehicle. And of course, unfortunately, the family lost their lives in this crash, this unfortunate incident. And the wife, the wife's brother, later went to the TikTok that kind of blew this story up a little bit, of the child, riding around a toy bike that she recorded. Her brother went on and just, started voicing that people should stop, celebrating her death, because people were mad, or I guess did not like something. So she was wearing a what was it? Making America Great Again hat, shirt, I forgot what it was. In one of her videos, her previous TikToks. It was a TikTok video, by the way. And when people saw that and then they heard about her death, people just started celebrating, or people just started, saying that she deserved to die. And that got me thinking, you can't really do much. You can't really like voice your own opinions. You can't do certain things, because if you do, then people will come after you. People will harass you. Like, she just had a shirt on or a hat on, and literally people were saying that she deserved to die. Like, nobody, and I mean nobody, deserves to die. That includes murderers or other terrible people. And there's a reason I say that. And if you guys disagree with me, then go for it. But I don't think anyone deserves to die. Because, like I said, some of those people that did those bad things, they weren't in the right state of mind. And I'm not defending murderers. Of course, they're still messed up people and they suck. And part of me does think they should die. But the other big part of me says they shouldn't. Because if anything, that makes them win. They win. They don't get to think about their actions. They don't get to receive justice. And even once they are, even if they are, no longer with us, they still they won. Even if they went to jail and were serving their sentencing, the fact that they didn't get to serve their sentence, and the fact that they were wiped from the face of the planet, crazy to think. Like, imagine somebody uh, took one of somebody that you cared about's life, and you finally have the person in your sights. Now you have two options. You can give them to the police, or you can take matters into your own hands. Now, I'm not sure what I would do, but I guess I would just let them go, because I have seen this kind of situation in like video games, of course. I feel like most of y'all have too, where everything leading up to this was so impactful, in either in a good or bad way, and then when you finally get to that moment, you have them in your sights, and you have two options: let them go, or handle business. And you realize, what's that going to bring me if I take them out right now? If I take them out right now, where's that going to bring me? It's not going to bring the person back that they took from me. It's not going to do much. If anything, it might make me feel worse, because they don't they I'll it'll be in the back of my head. I'm gonna think about how maybe if I let them go, they could have done something better could have came out of it. And then of course, if you let them go, it's like, and you of course you hand them to the police, you still think, of course you still have that other part of you that says, man, maybe I should have just taken them out, but then you didn't. I guess there's really no right or right answer. There's also no wrong answers. By the way, yes, that's how I'm saying it. Right, or wrong. Or you could just say right or wrong, whatever. There's no right or wrong answer to that situation. I'm sure some people will have easy opinions. They'll probably say, yeah, I'm gonna take him out. Take him out. And of course, some people are willing to just like not think about it. Like, they did it. That's it. I'm out. But then there's gonna be those people that say, at first, yes, I'm gonna kill them. But then they get to it, and then later they think, maybe I shouldn't have done it. I like how this turned into something else besides me talking about. Okay, we'll get back to the main point. Actually, you know what? But pretty much what my point is like, you can't really share your opinions today. I feel like maybe early 2000s, maybe even late early 90s, maybe even later on, like pretty much back in the 1900s and maybe 1800s, I'm not sure. Probably not. Just probably in 1900s and then early 2000s. You were able to share your opinion on anything, and people didn't really care. They were like, cool. I mean, whatever. Because there's gonna be those people that go like, man, you suck. But that's it. Of course, there's still a few things that, that there's still a few people in the group where I said that they didn't like your opinion, but they're gonna take it too far. Example: JFK assassination. I don't know what Harvey Oswald was thinking. I think he was just wanting to be uh, a president killer or something. I don't know. I don't know what he wanted to be, but I don't think it was for anything that JFK said. He just wanted to take him out. That's it. But we've seen many times in history where somebody sorry. We've seen many times in history where a person didn't like another person's opinion. And then okay, sorry. Let me rewind. Sorry, my mind went blank a little bit, but we've seen many times in history where a person didn't like another person's opinion, and then they do something that ends up changing the course of history forever. So pretty much, I can't really come up with any examples because little I'm a little rusty on my history. So yeah, we won't get into much of that. But I'm sure there's some examples out there that of a person not liking another person's opinion, and then they start a war or they do something crazy. Or you know what? Here, I do have an example. The man that created Ferrari. Um, or not the man that created Ferrari. The man that created Lamborghini. My fault. But the guy that created Lamborghini, he bought a Ferrari, right? And this Ferrari just he just didn't not like it. He didn't like it. He voices complaint to Ferrari, but Ferrari wasn't willing to help him. So instead of giving up, selling the car or something, or moving on with his life, he decided to do something that has changed the course of history, and it's something that we see every day. Or well, maybe not every day, but for some people it is every day. But we have seen most days. He created Ferrari, but originally he was just a tractor builder. He did not know anything about sports cars or any car. He knew about tractors and stuff, but he didn't let that stop him. He created Lamborghini, and of course his last name was Lamborghini. I forgot his first name, but his name was Lamborghini, and that's how he came up with the name Lamborghini. And he created this car. He created lots of cars, and then eventually, of course, Lamborghini Lamborghini became more popular and popular, and eventually it just grew into this big thing that we see today. And that's why you see Lamborghini today. He didn't agree with this person's opinion, but instead of taking it too far and doing something drastic, or instead of just disagreeing with him and then selling the car and moving on with his life, he instead took his opinion on Ferrari. He took it and ran with it, and that motivated him to create something better than Ferrari. And that's what he did. That's what he did. And now it's something we see every day. But it goes to show you that sometimes even if you do have an opinion on something that certain people don't like, you could turn it into something. You can turn it into your own thing. If they don't like it, they don't like it. They don't have to like it. And I'm sure you don't care about it. You don't care that you like it or not. And then and it's not to say like every time that somebody doesn't agree with you, you don't have to you have to run with it. No, if they don't agree with something, you could just move on. And it's the best thing you could do. So don't go out doing stupid things just because you don't agree with somebody. And I feel like the way we can make the world just a tiny bit better, just a little bit, is by just letting certain opinions go. Because if you don't agree with something, what's the point of even trying and dwelling on that opinion that the other person had? You imagine imagine you don't agree with something, and then lost my train of thought. Fuck. But you just don't agree with that person, and you move on. All right. Look, it's kind of hard to say, but pretty much, if a person has an opinion on something that you don't like, just move on. We can make the world a better place if we just let if you don't agree with something somebody says, then move on with it. Don't worry about it. Worry about your own stuff, all right? But really, that's all I wanted to talk about. If y'all don't agree with some of the things I said, then hey, look, I tell you this: you can choose what you want to think. If you don't agree with me, then cool. Just don't kill me over it. Right? Just don't kill me over it. Bro. Wait. Just don't do anything drastic. All right. Like I said, if you don't agree with some of the things I said, that's totally fine. That's your opinion. If you don't like my opinions, and you can make your own opinions, right? Don't worry about my opinions. Worry about your opinions. If you like the things I said, cool, man. Thank you. I don't know why I'm saying thank you, but thank you. If you don't like my decisions, hey, that's totally fine. I can't change your mind. But yeah, what do y'all think? Do y'all think we can truly share our opinions on something and not and think that no matter what anyone thinks, that you're gonna run with your opinion? Or do you think that we just can't share our opinions anymore? And if we do, then we're gonna, get berated for it. I don't know. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for sitting down with me and talking with me. It's been a while, man. It's been a while, man. What is it I always say at the end of every video? What is it that I say? Oh yeah, remember, respect is earned, not given. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys, and I hope in the next video. I don't know when I'm gonna post. By the way, it's like 2 a.m. right now, so it's like kind of late. So I probably shouldn't be speaking this loud, but already too late. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.